Mr. Brugger, TRINAMIC is concentrating on motor and motion control with chips. Why? Can you explain this?
Basically, we're in this business for like about 20 years. What we and we see we've been doing motion control for a very long time, and we see more and more motorized and automized devices in everyday's life, but also in the fields of medical or in the fields of lab automation. So the future is that we have more and more small electric motors in every field of life.
Mm-hmm. So, but you have to compete against a lot of MCU manufacturers and even FPGA vendors. How do you separate from these companies your products?
Mainly the MCU companies are, of course, somehow a competition, but basically we are focusing on doing the motion control and the motor control in dedicated hardware, which enables us to do the all real-time tasks in safe, reliable hardware. So the total and long-term cost of ownership of a product with regards to software design, software redesign is much lower than with if you do it with an MCU and software.
Okay. And what about the trends? You mentioned already smaller, cheaper, and so on. But are there certain new trends which are specialized in the motor and motion control business?
What we see is that in general the devices get smaller, so the space that is available for motion control gets smaller. But on the other hand, there are much more of these small motors. So what we need is drivers and controllers for a very high number of motors, especially small motors, and the requirement that the devices, the controller devices get smaller and more energy efficient, because if you have more drives on small space, you have a problem with power loss, with temperature. On the other hand, if you have the drives in every field of life, you need them to be cheaper.
And is there a trend for motor-integrated motion control? So if one assembly, the motor and the control combined?
Sorry?
Is there a trend for integrated motor control? You have the motor and the control element integrated in one.
Yes, there is. That's one trend. That's in the field of lower and mid-range quantities, that you want the complete drive integrated, because you don't want to do the hardware, the electronics development. But on the other hand, for the higher quantities, like if you think of surveillance cameras, for example, where you have quite a lot of cameras. I mean, if you look around here in this hall, you will find quite a lot of them that have two, or most of them have 4 axes. Then the manufacturers design their electronics themselves, and they need small and energy efficient and space and cost saving integrated circuit.
Okay, so you can deliver these devices.
That's exactly what we do. So that's, for example, what we're presenting at this Embedded World show. Is a small dual-axis motor driver IC, especially with a field of surveillance cameras in mind. But in fact, it's for every small device which is cost sensitive. So we have in a small QFN package, we have the drivers, the power stages for 2 motors, and we have the ramp generators, motion control units, all real-time sensitive parts integrated in this small package. So you can offload your main MCU, for which in case of CCTV, for example, is used for image processing, or in other fields it is used for user interface. Can offload your main MCU and do all the real-time tasks in this dedicated hardware.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Perga.
Thank you.